All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, today I told you that we're going to be starting a new module because we finished our module yesterday, the call another function. So today we're going to be picking up a new module. This module isn't going to be too much of any code. It is going to be going over some actual concepts that we're going to be going over that concerns Vyper, and this one is going to be called. Let me get the right one. 1 second. The module is going to be called getting a revert. So let me scroll all the way up so we can start from the top. So in this section, we will go over the process of getting a revert in Vyper and what it means. So this is our contract so far. It hasn't changed from yesterday. It's the same exact contract that we ran yesterday that we showed when we actually made a call to another function. We're just going over some information. So now that we come this far, we can check to see if the assert statement in the fun function is working correctly. To test this, we can deploy our small contract to the Sepolia test network and then try to send a transaction with ETH to the fun function of our small contract with an amount less than $5 worth of ETH. If the transaction reverts, it means that the assert statement is working correctly and the user must send more ETH to meet the minimum USD value requirement. This is a good way to ensure that users are sending the required amount of ETH to the contract. We can deploy our small contract the same way that we have previously. First, we will test it out by sending a transaction of $5 worth of ETH to the fun function. Move down some. Then we will deploy again, taking the same exact steps, but this time we will send a transaction with less than $5 ETH to the fun function. If the transaction reverts, we will see or we will know that the assert function or statement is working correctly and that the user must send more ETH to meet the minimum USD requirements. Now that's the entire section for this module. Like I said, it was just going over some information or concepts pertaining to Vyper and explaining what a revert is. So a revert is something that happens in a contract where we don't meet the standards or something doesn't go through well with the contract. The contract will actually revert and go back to its original state before we try to make any alterations or any transactions to the contract. Well, tomorrow what I think we'll do is we'll get inside the Remix IDE and I'll show you the actual steps of what it looks like. We'll actually send a transaction, a correct transaction of $5 worth of ETH, and then we're going to send one less than $5 so I can show you what it looks like when the contract gets reverted back to its original state. But that's it for now. And we will be moving forward. So if we're not in a remix tomorrow, which we should be, we'll be starting a new module, which is going to be the message dot sender. But again, we'll probably be inside the Remix IDE, so we won't start this one until the day after tomorrow. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.